Hey everyone, Kathy the Vegan Prepper here, and I have a spring break Costco haul for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Vegan Prepper. Vegan Prepper. Okay, so the entire haul is not necessarily based completely around spring break, but I did definitely buy more of certain things that I don't normally buy because of the fact that I'm gonna have all 3 kids home for a whole week, and we're just gonna try to make it as fun as possible while hopefully spending as little as possible on eating out. So that's what some of these things are for. So let's go ahead and look at exactly what we got. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and do the frozen things so that they can get into the freezer. I got a packet of the Chipotle black bean burgers, which we really love. And they're quite delicious. So typically we actually don't eat these as burgers. What we do is we cook them up and cut them up and put them into grain bowls with, a grain and greens and veggies. And that's how we typically eat them. And then it's the same story with these veggie bites. And so the veggie bites too are just super yummy, and that's how we typically do. Same thing as this, is just sort of like as a grain bowl on top of a bunch of greens and other stuff. The kind of fun thing about the veggie bites, or at least it used to be, they've changed them, but they used to have lids, and then I could save them, and then they would be freezer containers for some of my frozen things. Unfortunately, they don't do that lid thing anymore, which is really sad. So I can't really reuse those containers anymore. But anyway, actually, so I'm not making this up. They're right there. There's some of my Veggie Bite containers that are empty right now that I use to hold like bulk blueberries and bulk things that I buy otherwise. But anyway, c'est la vie. So yeah, these are the Veggie Bites. Those are super yummy. And then also I got another one of these bobas. If you watched my last Costco haul, you saw that I got a thing of this instant boba, and they're actually quite delicious, and my boys absolutely love them. So I'm having those on hand for sure for them for over spring break. And now let me go ahead and get these in the freezer, and we'll talk about the rest. All right, here's the full haul for anybody who doesn't feel like sticking around. There you go. This is what we got, and happy trails wherever you're gonna go. But for those of you who want to stick around, let's go ahead and just move through this thing. And so we got some more of the power greens and the salad greens. We do still have a full thing of salad greens left. So I only got one of those this time, but we have gone through the power greens. Like I said, we mainly do smoothies, but also like in soups. Pretty much every single meal I make, I'm throwing greens into it. So in some way. So we go through power greens pretty quickly. We went ahead and got ourselves another toilet paper. So for us personally, we like to have 2 full things of toilet paper on hand at all times. And this is just our normal. This is not hoarding or being crazy. That's just what we like to do. And so we've gotten into our second one, and now it's time to buy another one. So that is how we work it. And that's how, it was really helpful when nobody had toilet paper. And that's the thing I want to say too, for people who think that preppers are the reason the store shelves get empty. It's not. We were prepared in advance, right? We get prepared in advance, and we just buy one at a time to restock what we already have on hand. So that is, I think, just a thought for anybody who might not be of a prepper mindset, to try to build up a little stash or something like that, and then you just replace your spares rather than running out and having to replace what you've run out of. And so over here, we got 2 bags of the apples. We've got cantaloupe, another full bag of mandarins. Yeah, we already went through all those mandarins. All that fruit that I bought at the last Costco haul is also already gone. We got another couple pounds of strawberries. So we really do go through our produce pretty quick, which is why I'm super grateful for Costco for these larger amounts, even though it is a lot of packaging, and I don't like the fact that it's so much packaging. But when you have a large family and you're buying bulk, sort of your options are what they are. It's another reason I really do appreciate Azure Standard, because we can get bulk dry goods that end up coming in paper bags, and it feels much less wasteful. Yeah, I just really appreciate that. But anyway, for the rest of it, it just sort of is what it is. But anyway, here is salsa. We love this salsa. It's kind of a yummy salsa. I mean, it's not like the most delicious salsa that ever existed, but it's still pretty darn good. And you get a nice, you know, a decent amount for a good price. And so we get that salsa there. And I bought myself another 1 pound bag, or no, is it 1 pound? No, 2 pound bag of the cacao powder. So we did just recently buy some, but I've been wanting to restock because I had a little bit of a stock, kind of like the Charmin. And, but then we ended up working through that stock, and then I wanted to get more on Azure Standard, but they kept being out. And so the last shopping trip, I bought a bag of the cacao powder. And even though we haven't run out, this shopping trip, I bought one more. So that's, again, just sort of the way that when you're, I guess, more of a prepper, you're stocking a little at a time. It's not like going through and buying out a store. You end up doing it a little bit over time. And so, yeah, that's a way that you can do it too for yourself, in case you were wanting to get started on that. Cacao powder is also kind of awesome because it's a forever food. So when it gets stored correctly, it essentially doesn't even have an expiration. So anyway, you can store it like with that oxygen. Although I haven't ever done like full on Mylar bag oxygen absorber storage of cacao powder because we end up going through it primarily for our hot chocolate mix. I have a recipe for our vegan hot chocolate mix on the channel. It's really good. We love it. And I'll link it down below. Okay. So I have these, the Unreal, chocolates. And so this is, again, another thing. I really don't like the packaging either. I got a comment on my last Costco video. There's a lot of packaging. I know. I know. But anyway, these are fantastic though. I do love these as treats because I do have to try to skirt that line between feeding my kids healthy things, but also not torturing them and making them completely unable to enjoy anything in life that their peers around them, all around them, are enjoying. We still live in the middle of a city in an urban environment, and I don't have like a sweet little rural community around me. Of course, if I did, then we'd still be pariahs because we're vegan. But anyway, so what I love about these is, though they have a bit of fat, it's all, you know, it's like, it's coconut. So there's fat. But what I really love is that there's only 3 grams of sugar per little bar. So this is a treat that isn't, you know, as bad as other treats can get. It's kind of like with the Chipotle burgers or those veggie bites. The ingredients on those are actually pretty good. Like, it's all veggies, it's all stuff, you know, with some things thrown in that are not necessarily the best, but I feel like it's a better choice than, say, you know, a fully processed faux meat or whatever. So I get that stuff. So anyway, we grabbed these because we're just out of shampoo and conditioner. These were on sale. They are vegan, apparently. And I just grabbed them, and hopefully they're good. If we like them, then I'll go back and get more. And so it can be really difficult to find vegan body care type stuff that's even remotely reasonable in price. And so I was really happy to find these on sale. But yeah, anyway, hopefully they're good, and I'll go back and get more while they're on sale. We grabbed a couple of everything bagel seasonings because we are completely out. We have run out. This is one I'm very excited. I have found a recipe for making your own mix. And I put the last 2 things that I don't own are the black sesame seeds and the dried minced garlic. And so both of those things are in my Azure cart for next month. And so once I have that, I'll be able to start making my own rather than always buying the pre-made thing. And then I don't know, I just like doing that. I like having that stuff on hand. But anyway, this is delicious. And for the main thing we use this for in our house is avocado toast. So yep, we really love it. A packet of the Cacao diced green chilies. I'm just sort of making sure that I have enough of these on hand. They go into a lot of our recipes, including our chili and our black bean green chili soup and all of that. So I just bought another flat. Even though we do still have some, I just went ahead and bought one more flat. Just like I said, just kind of like with the Charmin, just sort of stock a little at a time. We are out of our barbecue sauce that we just love. We love this barbecue sauce. It is vegan. And it's just funny. I think that's hilarious that this guy's a master butcher and his last name is Kinder. I assume it's Kinder, but it looks like Kinder, but he's a butcher. But anyway, I just think that's Ironic. But anyway, okay, so this is a delicious barbecue sauce. And not that I'm saying that butchers can't be kind people. I'm not saying that. I'm just, you know, obviously I'm vegan, okay? Come on. You knew what I was like when you started watching this video. So this barbecue sauce is delicious. We love it on many things. In case I get questions about what on earth do vegans use barbecue sauce for, the thing is we use it just like people who eat meat use it. People use it to make their meat taste good. So we use it to make, you know, tofu or even beans or French fries or just on sandwiches, or, you know, we just use it like as a flavoring, just like other people do. So we use it on all kinds of things. This is another kind of spring bake inspired purchase. Even though I do like to have these on hand, these are really delicious and just handy. But the boys like really, they love these. And so these are a great thing to have on hand for those kind of quick meals. And also, honestly, I'm not necessarily planning on going through all of these things. Summer is coming. And so I'm also sort of beginning to put some stuff in that hopefully will last us through a little bit of summer and then also be kind of the same thing. So that's what some of this is also motivated by. I got this. So this is, as far as I could tell from the website, this is vegan, I think. So Sage is also pretty much out of her soap. I haven't made a lot of homemade stuff for her yet because she still is in that age where she's not doing very well with her eyes, like keeping her eyes closed and stuff. So I still am buying her a tear-free shampoo. But this was just a really good price for how expensive these normally are in stores. This was a really good price. And so I grabbed that. Chips, spring break. So we've got the veggie straws, which are wonderful and everybody loves those in the house. And then a couple of tortilla chips to go with the salsa, but also absolutely on the menu at some point this week will be some nachos. We're gonna make nachos. We have a delicious potato-based cheese sauce that we make, and we make nachos out of it. And so absolutely 100% that is gonna happen. And so yeah, we're just planning some fun times. So we grabbed kombucha. We love kombucha. We dug into it already on the way home. So we already grabbed a couple bottles out, but that is just something that we really love. A couple more tomato pastes. So this is kind of along the same lines as the stocking a little at a time. You know, if somebody saw my collection of tomato paste, they would say, you know, I'm hoarding, or I'm horrible, or maybe I am hoarding a little bit because I have quite a lot of tomato paste on hand, but we go through a lot of it. And my stash of tomato paste has been built just a little at a time over time. I did not go to the store and buy like 20 flats of tomato paste and leave none for anyone else, okay? So that I feel like, especially because I'm seeing it prop up again, kind of that myth that preppers clear stores and don't leave any for other people. Like 90% of the preppers that I know, and I would say 100, really, 100% of the people that I know who stock like this. Now there are those random like extreme couponers who will go through and clear shelves, and I do know that those people exist, but that's not me, and that's not most of the preppers I know. If you are of the prepper ilk, leave a comment down below and say, how do you stock? Do you clear shelves, or do you do it like this? I'm grabbing a couple more tomato paste. I'm grabbing this to replace the, you know, we got into our spare, so I'm grabbing this now. Like, is that how you prep? Probably. So summer is coming, and my son lost his water bottle, and so these were a really good price for what these are. So we went ahead and grabbed another couple because we have to have water bottles on hand in summer. And for us, because summer is so brutal here, I live in central Arizona, we hit, you know, 118 is not out of the realm of possibility. And I know people say, oh, it's a dry heat, and okay, fine, I get it. But the thing is, that is the temperature at which you take a breath and like your lungs can burn. Like, it is so hot. I don't know that people understand how hot it is until they experience that level of heat. And so for us, having a thermo flask in the summer full of ice water is like just an essential. No matter where we go everywhere with ice water on us. And so he had to get another bottle. And so now we have an extra one, which is nice. And so theoretically, I guess, I don't know, if my daughter gets older, she's
Of course, who knows? My son might want the purple one, so I'm not like saying he has to get the black one, but he might want the purple. He actually does like purple because he was born in February and that's his birthstone color. So a lot of times he will take purple. But anyway, that's just an essential for us. And then now we have one more on hand. The other thing that I really love about the thermo flask is that they end up working both ways. So like when we go up and we do our snow trips, we like to fill these with hot tea or hot chocolate and have them just hot and then ready to go so that when we get up to where we're going, we're in the snow, we're in the cold, we have nice warm drinks with us without having to think about it. There was another time that,
let me put you here. We lost, we didn't lose power. It wasn't losing power. It was when we got a new stove, and it's like an older video on the channel, and I had seen a tip from Fairyland Cottage of all things. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels is Fairyland Cottage. Look her up. She's amazing. She's zero waste. I would love to be zero waste. We've discussed it. Anyway, for now, I'm tabling that and just trying to get stuff for my family. But she talked about boiling water in a kettle and then putting it in like a thermo flask so that you don't have to boil water again. And so that tip saved me on the day that we got our stove, and the install took way longer than we thought it would. I had boiled water and poured it into my thermo flasks, and then we had water to reconstitute some dehydrated meals that I had on hand. So like some instant dehydrated meals I had made. We just poured the hot water from the flask, like even a few hours later, reconstituted meals for dinner. So that is a tip I think that's great too, even like for thinking of long-term power outages or something. If you use fuel to boil water once, fill a bunch of thermo flasks with the boiled water, and you'll have hot water for a few hours for reconstituting things or making tea or whatever. But anyway, that was free. So there is the Costco haul, kind of spring break themed / moving into summer, and knowing that it's nice to have some kind of convenience things on hand, like I said, to try to restrict our eating out as much as possible, and just sort of, I don't know, be more budget friendly. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. If you have questions or comments, please let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. I really mean that. There's always a million reasons to be blessed, to be happy, and I just hope that you can find some of those today, even if it doesn't look very obvious where you are right now. So anyway, God bless you, and see you guys next time. Bye.